Commission meeting for May 26th will come to order, please. City Clerk, roll call.
Commissioner Abraham,
Present.
Commissioner Galt, Commissioner Rhodes,
Here.
Commissioner Wilson,
Present.
Mayor Kaler.
Present. Tonight, I've asked Commissioner Abraham to do our invocation, and as soon as the invocation is finished, we'll call Roberto Dos Remedios up, and he's a sophomore at Paducah Tillman High School. Welcome, and thank you for doing our Pledge of Allegiance tonight.
Our Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the opportunity to change lives. Father, not in so much in a grand way, but those folks that we meet in the corridors of our businesses, those folks that we speak to with a kind word, those individuals who are looking for someone to show some momentous of compassion. We thank you for showing your character through your Son, Yeshua, and that we may live up to his standard. These things we ask in Yeshua's name. Amen.
Amen. Would you like to come up to the podium?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Roberto. Nice to meet you. Come back again. Okay, tonight, Commissioner Abraham with our minutes, please.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Do I have the minutes? I move that the reading of the minutes for May 12th, 2015 and May 19th, 2015 City Commission meetings be waived and that the minutes of said meetings prepared by the city clerk be approved as written.
Second.
Has everyone had a chance to look at the minutes?
I have.
City Clerk?
Commissioner Abraham,
Aye.
Commissioner Rhodes,
Aye.
Commissioner Wilson,
Aye.
Mayor Kaler.
Aye. Okay, we'll go on to appointments. Whereas subject to the approval of the Board of Commissioners, I hereby appoint Lene Baumgardner to replace Randall Dawson, whose term has expired, and reappoint Faye Pittman as members of the Paducah-McCracken County Senior Citizens Board. These terms will expire June 30th, 2018.
I move that the Board of Commissioners approve the action of Mayor Kaler in appointing Lene Baumgartner and reappointing Faye Pittman as members of the Paducah-McCracken County Senior Citizens Board.
Second.
City Clerk?
Commissioner Abraham,
Aye.
Commissioner Rhodes,
Aye.
Commissioner Wilson,
Aye.
Mayor Kaler.
Aye. On to motions. Commissioner Wilson, please.
I move that the following documents and bids be received and filed. Certificate of liability insurance for Schmidt Concrete, Inc. Contracts and agreements, subordination agreement with Community Financial Services Bank in regards to the Jackson House Elevator CDBG project. Agreement with Barbecue on the River, Inc. for in-kind contributions for Barbecue on the River Festival. Display contract with Arthur Rosie Pyrotechnics for the July 4th, 2015 fireworks display at the Paducah Riverfront. Contract for services with Alice Paducah for sponsored articles for the Paducah Parks Department. Supplemental agreement number 1 with the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet for $6.2 million in reimbursable state funding for the construction phase of the Olivet Church Road project. Bids for Paducah Police Department for body armor, number 1, Gauls, Inc., number 2, Bluegrass Uniforms, with Bluegrass Uniforms getting the recommended bid. Bids for Engineering, Public Works Department, 2015 dump truck. For TAG Truck Centers, getting the recommended bid. 2 half-ton pickup trucks, 1 Larry Stovison Buick GMC, getting the recommended bid, also from Paducah Ford and Linwood Motors. Roof replacement project, Park Services Recreation Center, Swift Roofing Inc., and Woodall Companies LLC, with Woodall Company getting the recommended bid.
Seconded.
City Clerk?
Commissioner Abraham,
Aye.
Commissioner Rhodes,
Aye.
Commissioner Wilson,
Aye.
Mayor Kayler.
Aye. On to municipal orders. Commissioner Abraham, please.
Upon the recommendation of the city manager, the Board of Commissioners of the City of Paducah order that the personnel changes on the attached list be approved.
Second.
Okay. City Clerk?
Commissioner Abraham,
Aye.
Commissioner Rhodes,
Aye.
Commissioner Wilson,
Aye.
Mayor Kayler.
Aye. Commissioner Rhodes, please.
Okay, I move, I move that a municipal order entitled, "A Municipal Order Authorizing the Mayor to Execute a Deed of Conveyance and All Documents Relating to the Same for Acquisition of a Portion of Real Property Located at 3361 Olivet Church Road as right-of-way and a permanent drainage and public utility easement for the Olivet Church Road Improvement Project for and in consideration of $1,100 be adopted."
Second.
Any discussion? City Clerk?
Commissioner Abraham,
Aye.
Commissioner Rhodes,
Aye.
Commissioner Wilson,
Aye.
Mayor Kayler.
Aye. Commissioner Wilson, please.
I move that a municipal order entitled, "A Municipal Order Authorizing the Mayor to Execute a Deed of Conveyance and All Documents Relating to Same for Acquisition of a Portion of Real Property Located at 3415 Olivet Church Road to be used as right-of-way for the Olivet Church Road Improvement Project for and in consideration of $600 be adopted."
Seconded.
City Clerk?
Commissioner Abraham,
Aye.
Commissioner Rhodes,
Aye.
Commissioner Wilson,
Aye.
Mayor Kayler.
Aye. We'll go on to ordinances adoption. Commissioner Abraham, please.
I move that the Board of Commissioners adopt an ordinance entitled, "An Ordinance Extending the Boundary of the City of Paducah, Kentucky by intent to annex certain properties lying adjacent to the corporate limits of the City of Paducah and defining accurately the boundaries of said properties to include within the said corporate limits." This ordinance is summarized as follows. Approving intent to annex certain tracts of property contiguous to the present city limits located at 2855 Lone Oak Road and 91 Plantation Drive, containing 5.939 acres, more or less.
Seconded.
Thank you. City Clerk?
Commissioner Abraham,
Aye.
Commissioner Rhodes,
Aye.
Commissioner Wilson,
Aye.
Mayor Kayler.
Aye. Okay, we'll go to our ordinances introduction, so we do not vote on these tonight. Commissioner Wilson, please.
I move that the Board of Commissioners.
Missed
you
one.
missed
I'm
one.
sorry, I
Okay.
missed one. Commissioner Rhodes,
Okay.
sorry.
Sorry. I move that the Board of Commissioners adopt an ordinance entitled, "An Ordinance Accepting the Bid of Bluegrass Uniforms for the Purchase of Body Armor Vests for Police Officers and Authorizing the Mayor to Execute a Contract for Same." This ordinance is summarized as follows. The City of Paducah accepts the bid of Bluegrass Uniforms for the purchase of body armor vests in the amount of $740 per vest and authorizes the Mayor to execute a 2-year contract for said purchase.
Second.
City Clerk?
Commissioner Abraham,
Aye.
Commissioner Rhodes,
Aye.
Commissioner Wilson,
Aye.
Mayor Kayler.
Aye. So now Commissioner Wilson.
I move that the Board of Commissioners introduce an ordinance entitled, "An Ordinance Authorizing the Mayor to Execute a Contract Between the City of Paducah and American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, AFL-CIO, Local 1586." This ordinance is summarized as follows, that the mayor is hereby authorized to execute a contract between the City of Paducah and American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, AFL-CIO, Local 1586, which will expire June 30th, 2018.
Seconded.
Good evening, Mayor. I have with me here tonight Murray Looper. Murray is a member of our Parks Department, but is also the president of the bargaining group. I don't know if he has any comments, but we began negotiating in November, and we wrapped up in April. The meat of it, really, that everyone wants to know is what's the dollar figure increase. There were a number of, I would describe minimal changes to the contract language with regard to adding a few days for the posting of work rules, real simple matters like that. But the financial impact for the next 3 years is 1.5% in fiscal year 15, which starts July 1, 1.5 in 16, and 1.5 in 17. It's a 3-year deal. And then a $1 longevity increase in 15 and 16, and then it adds another dollar up to $2 in 17. And that $1 increase has an impact on the group as a whole. It's equal to a quarter of a point raise.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good work. Commissioner Abraham, please.
I move that the Board of Commissioners introduce an ordinance entitled, an ordinance accepting the bid of Woodall Companies LLC for the replacement of the roof for the Paducah Park Services Recreation Center located at 1527 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, and authorizing the mayor to execute a contract for same. This ordinance is summarized as follows. The City of Paducah accepts the bid of Woodall Companies LLC in the amount of $29,538 for the replacement of the roof for the Park Services Recreation Center located at 1527 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive, and authorizes the mayor to execute a contract for same.
Second.
Mayor, Commission, this is pretty straightforward. Again, this is your rec center, and it needs a new roof. It's got a shingle roof on it, and we've experienced problems with it, and we're going to correct those problems so it'll have a new roof on it.
You know, I drive by that all the time, but what style roof is on that building? As far as the pitch on it and...
It's about 612 as far as the pitch on it. It's not real steep. And again, it had shingle roof on it, and it had inadequate ventilation. And what happens to a shingle roof when there's not enough ventilation in the attic, they begin to curl or cup one way or the other. And I don't know how old the roof is, but the shingles need to be replaced, and they'll be removed and new shingles put on.
It is a tear off.
Yes, yes.
All right, thank you. Commissioner Rhodes, please.
All right, I move. Sorry. I move that the Board of Commissioners introduce an ordinance entitled, an ordinance accepting the bid for sale to the City of Paducah one diesel dump truck to be used by the Engineering Public Works Department, Street Division, and authorizing the mayor to execute a contract for same. This ordinance is summarized as follows. The City of Paducah accepts the bid of TAG Truck Center, LLC, in the amount of $111,995 for the sale to the city one diesel dump truck for use by the Street Department of Engineering Public Works Department, and authorizes the mayor to execute a contract for same.
Second.
Mayor, Commission, we're just trying to keep our fleet operational. These dump trucks are about 14, 15 years old. They're getting replaced, so we've got a lot of useful life out of those, and your fleet trust fund allows for that, where those monies have been depreciated and collected to go and replace these trucks. So it's just one in, one out.
Didn't have anything to do with the dump truck, but I just wanted to tell you what great mulch we have at our facility. I've been over there 3 times this spring.
Actually, I probably want to bring some things to your all attention at a later date with regard to that, as far as the quality of our product versus our competition, and maybe some things that we might need to look at. So.
Okay. So next we have Commissioner Wilson.
I move that the Board of Commissioners introduce an ordinance entitled, an ordinance accepting the bid for sale to the city of 2 half-ton pickup trucks to be used by the Engineering Public Works Department, Solid Waste Division, and Parks Department, and authorizing the mayor to execute a contract for same. This ordinance is summarized as follows. The City of Paducah hereby accepts the bid of Larry Stobasan Buick GMC in the total amount of $56,084.60 for the purchase of 2 half-ton pickup trucks, and authorizes the mayor to execute a contract for same.
Second.
Again, Mayor Commission, pickup trucks, dump trucks, one in, one out. Again, we're replacing aged vehicles that have wore out their useful life for us, and we're replacing them with our Fleet Trust Fund monies.
Nice to see a local guy getting some business.
I'm sorry?
No, I'm just thinking out loud.
That's quite all right. Commissioner Abraham.
I move that the Board of Commissioners introduce an ordinance entitled, an ordinance extending the boundary of the City of Paducah, Kentucky by finalizing the annexation of certain property lying adjacent to the corporate limits of the City of Paducah and defining accurately the boundaries of said property to be included within the said corporate limits. This ordinance is summarized as follows. The City of Paducah hereby approves the final annexation of certain tracts of property, this word again, contiguous to the present city limits located at 2675, 2665, 2655, and 2645 Holt Road, containing 2.33 acres more or less.
Second.
Hi, Steve.
Hello, if you have any questions, this did come before the commission with an intent to annex. It has gone to the planning commission. They held a public hearing on May 18th and made a positive recommendation back to the city commission.
Good.
So will we annex 12 people into the city so that we can get our numbers up?
Get our numbers
Back up to
back up.
25,000?
That does open up
More
a
than
new
we,
area.
but at least we are physically bigger in size. All right.
I told her 6 of the 9 were some of my customers. We won't go into that, though, will we?
Actually, 3 were just out of town, so it's really not.
They were just visiting.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have
I think I'm next.
Commissioner Rhodes, please.
Well, hang on a second.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hang on. Contiguous. There it is.
Take
I-
You did it.
It was bugging me. I can say it. All right,
Got it.
go ahead.
You may,
I'm
Say
sorry.
that 20
Amy will have
times
you
in
say
a
that.
row.
I'm retiring. I just said it.
You're going to be the contiguous guy. All right. Okay. I move that the Board of Commissioners introduce an ordinance entitled, an ordinance approving the final report of the Paducah Planning Commission on the proposed zone change for property located at 2645, 2655, 2665, and 2675 Holt Road, and amending the Paducah zoning ordinance so as to affect such rezoning. This ordinance is summarized as follows. Rezone properties located at 2645, 2655, 2665, and 2675 Holt Road from R1 to mixed-use zone, MU, and amending the Paducah zoning ordinance to affect such rezoning.
Second.
If you have any questions.
Is that on the corner? Where is that property?
Yes, it's on the corner of Village Square and Holt Road.
Okay.
Sort of diagonally across from Independence,
Where the new Independence Bank is being
Their
built.
building.
That's
This
correct.
corner, yeah.
Yeah. And that was annexed, what, last year sometime, I believe?
Oh, sure.
All right.
Okay, Commissioner Wilson, please.
I move that the Board of Commissioners introduce an ordinance entitled, an ordinance accepting matching grant funds through the Kentucky Division of Waste Management for a 2016 Household Hazardous Waste Grant for funding the annual City-County Cleanup Day, and authorizing the mayor to execute a grant agreement, an interlocal agreement with McCracken County, and all documents relating thereto. This ordinance is summarized as follows. The City of Paducah hereby accepts matching grant funds in the amount of $26,800 through the Kentucky Division of Waste Management for a 2016 Household Hazardous Waste Grant to fund disposal services and an educational outreach program for the 2016 Annual City-County Cleanup Day, and authorizes the mayor to execute a grant agreement, an interlocal agreement with McCracken County, and all documents relating thereto. A local match of $8,000 is required from the city and county and the county contributing $4,000 each through cash and/or in-kind contributions.
Seconded.
Did you second it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Any questions, I'll be happy to answer them.
We do it every year.
This is 25, I believe, yes.
25 years? Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Abraham, I believe you have a motion.
I do.
You're going to ask for an executive session.
I move that the rules for conducting city commission meetings be suspended insofar as they are in conflict with the printed agenda for this meeting. Otherwise, the rules are to remain in full force and effect.
Second.
Okay, so, City Clerk, go ahead and,
Commissioner Abraham?
Aye.
Commissioner Rhodes?
Aye.
Commissioner Wilson?
Aye.
Mayor Taylor?
aye. So we will be coming back, so everybody, just,
Do you want to read the executive session motion?
sure.
To be clear, though, that means that item H will be taken up after executive session.
All right.
Commissioner Rhodes, you have the executive
I do.
session motion.
I move that the board go into closed session for discussion of matters pertaining to the following topics: future sale or acquisition of a specific parcel of real estate as permitted by KRS 61-810-1B, and specific proposal by a business entity where public discussion of the subject matter would jeopardize the location, retention, expansion, or upgrading of a business entity as permitted by KRS 61-810-1G.
Second.
Okay. City Clerk?
Commissioner Abraham?
Aye.
Commissioner Rhodes?
Aye.
Commissioner Wilson?
Aye.
Mayor Taylor?
Aye. Okay, so Commissioner Abraham, please.
I move that the Board of Commissioners introduce an ordinance entitled, an ordinance authorizing and approving the purchase of a certain tract of real estate generally located at 1414 Broadway, Paducah, McCracken County, Kentucky, from Powell Properties 1 Ltd., its successors, and assigns for a public purpose. This ordinance is summarized as follows. This ordinance authorizes the City of Paducah, Kentucky to purchase a certain tract of real estate generally located at 1414 Broadway, Paducah, McCracken County, Kentucky, for a public purpose from Powell Properties 1 Ltd., its successors, and assigns for a purchase price of $24,000.
Second.
Hi, Chief.
Good evening, Mayor, Commission. Appreciate you all entertaining the proposal in front of you. What you have is 1414 Broadway. It's a parking lot that is 2 doors down, actually, from the police department. There's a piece of property in between. It is marked for parking and will be used as such for additional parking for the police department, training, especially on those days we have training, special events, and so on and so forth.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. City Manager's report. Do you have anything tonight, Jeff? All right. Mayor and Commission comments? Any comments for the good of the group?
No?
I don't have any.
All right. Any public comments? Okay. Meeting's adjourned.